Hey guys, and welcome back to a brand new video and yet another episode of my MotoGP 18 Rider Career Mode, and a second episode today, guys, a special treat for the MotoGP fans. The other day I did a Mick Schumacher double upload. There'll be another one of those tomorrow, so there'll be two Mick Schumacher Career Mode videos tomorrow, but today a special MotoGP treat as we have two episodes in one day. So if you did miss the race earlier on, which was at the Japanese Grand Prix, then do check it out by clicking the card in the top right hand corner of your screen or by following the link in the description down below. But like I said, second episode of the day, and today we're racing around a very interesting track, one of my favourites on the calendar, and it is Phillip Island out of Australia. 3 races to go, this one and 2 more, which are Malaysia and Valencia. So let's see how it goes. After the last race, spoiler alert, so hopefully you've clicked off by now. After the last race, we've got an outside chance of winning the championship now. Dovi fell off in the last race. He recovered to P7, but we won the race. So, going into this race, you can see the standings. We are 34 points adrift of the Italian rider. Realistically, we need Dovi to have one more poor race. Especially because the difference from first to second place in points is 25 for a race win and 20 for second place. So we're going to need Dovi to have one more bad race and try and finish 5th or 6th, and then it's blown wide open. With that being said, Phillip Island is going to be a real challenge, an interesting racetrack, and one that I'm looking forward to. Hopefully I'll do well at. And if we can make it 4 wins in a row, we're on a 3-race win streak. If we can make it 4, that would be incredible. So let's see how it goes. Let's get into qualifying first, and let's see if we can even get ourselves into Q2 first of all, and take it one step at a time. Right then, qualifying time, we managed to get into Q2, which is good news. So overall, very positive session. We was P4 in practice, not the fastest. It is pretty close though, and I feel like I do have some more pace to deliver, especially because we was running to a semi-delta when it comes to the practice programs. But overall, we've got a good pace, and I think we can convert it into some very good qualifying position here. I think pole is possible, but we're going to have to work for it, I think. Oh, damn it. 1.7 up. Whether that was true or not, I'm not sure, but we was doing well there. Pretty damn good lap. Crap, that's not the best line through there. That's going to cost me some lap time. Let's get this corner sorted out this time though, let's not fall off. There we go, perfect. Here we go then, up to the line. Zarco just went fastest. We're going to go even faster still. 24.8, and there's a lot of time we can shave off of that lap, so very positive signs here. That is very hot into the hairpin. Yep, that's going to be the end of that lap, I think. Oh, it's hot into the hairpin again. Not as bad as last time though. We straightened out the bike a lot earlier. Oh no. Damn it, there he goes, there's the mistake. Pushing too much. Disappointed really, I could have definitely got a lot more lap time off of that, but the time has now ended and the session is over pretty much.
Let's have a look at the times after the second and last qualifying session. Our live broadcast ends here for today. Thanks for joining us. Tune in again tomorrow for live coverage of the MotoGP Class Grand Prix. We're live from the starting grid, where the cameras are lingering on the favourite riders for today. A few minutes to go and finally the spectacle will begin.
It is indeed time for the Australian Grand Prix. We start from pole, very surprising, and I feel very confident because we left a lot of time on the table. We could have got into maybe a 123 even with lap time, and we was only in the 124, but no one else can match a 124. Everyone's in the 125s or above, so we're looking very quick. Once again, no mistakes, keep our nose clean. I'm going to go for the same thing as the last race. I'm going to take the risk. I'm going to run a soft front and a medium rear. I might go softer still for the next, not Malaysia because Malaysia is very hard on the tyres, but maybe Valencia I might go for a soft rear. But we're going to take that risk, see what happens, and hopefully we can have a good race. Dovi starts in 7th place, which is ideal for us, so let's see what we can do. Without further ado, it's time for the Australian Grand Prix.
Engines are fired, the riders are ready. Just a few moments to go, and another Australian Grand Prix will begin here at Phillip Island.
Right then, assists off. Let's get ready for the 5 red lights. And we are underway and racing here at Phillip Island, and it's a pretty good start actually. A very good start, engaging the gears beautifully. Danilo Petrucci is the only man that gets a better start than me, but we're going to go straight up the inside and retake that first place. Absolutely brilliant start. Going to try and keep the line nice and tight through 2 if I can. Maybe not, I've just gone completely wide, but we've managed to come back in for a late apex. And there we go, that was fantastic. We lead the way. No one disrupting my rhythm just yet. We need to survive this first heavy brake zone, which is not my strong point, into the hairpin. Let's make sure we keep it nice and tight on the apex. There we go, no one getting the inside. On the power. And now through the next hairpin, make sure we survive. No inside dives, and there we go. Right, we're underway here. This is good. Now I know for a fact my weakest point on the circuit is this corner now. The left-hander, the long swooping over the hill left-hander of Lucky Heights. It's going to be a real struggle for me. I need to try and push this one as much as I can. But so far, so good. No one's attacking me, so we're holding first place here. It's time to break away. As long as we have Petrucci in P2, the longer that lasts, the better my chances. So let's crack on with it and try and win this race. The Doctor now is in P2, Valentino Rossi, Jorge Lorenzo P3. So Petrucci's starting to drop back, and the big boys are starting to emerge. But we're setting some great relentless race pace early on, and really trying to separate ourselves from the race pack and not giving anyone the chance of dethroning us from this first place here today. Up to the line, 24.8, even faster than our qualifying time. Only just though. Already setting the benchmark and pushing hard here. So far, no signs of Marquez or Dovi. I've not seen them on the overtake thing on the right hand side. Right now it's a Yamaha 2-3. Vinales is now in P3. Lorenzo P4 in the other Ducati. So those positions are filled by the riders that I want them to be filled by. Marquez and Dovi not really getting going this race, which is good news so far. A 24.6 race pace, extremely strong at the moment. Really getting on with it and making a statement. This is good so far. We've just got to keep this going. I've done my bit. I've made sure I'll get on course to win this race. Now I'm hoping that the AI do theirs and Dovi and Marquez don't get 2nd and 3rd. Another 24.6. So consistent. Race pace is brilliant. So right now, ball's in my court. Looking at the standings, Dovi's still P7, Marquez P8, and they're not really going anywhere, which is good news. So this is good. We're nearing halfway distance and they're still way down the order. So the longer this remains like that, the better the chances of us getting that big points overhaul. Oh my, 24.3. We are flying. Tyres are not wearing out that much. We're very much in control. The rears are going a little bit more than the fronts. So that's very much what I like. As long as my front is okay, I can keep on leaning into the corners and pushing to the max. A bit wide there, just getting turned to a little bit too wide. But right now, Dovi and Marquez are starting to make some progress. Now they've started to make some moves. Dovi is actually, momentarily Marquez actually overtook Dovi, but then Dovi got back past, and now he's really starting to pick up the pace. So let's see where these guys end up in the Grand Prix. But right now, just had a couple of mistakes that just cost me a little bit of time, but we're still miles ahead of Valentino, so there's no real threat. Okay, Marquez and Dovi are P5 and P6. Dovi's 5th, and Marquez is 6th. And oh, Dovi's crashed! Dovi's crashed again! Could it be? Could it happen finally? I'm a little bit hot into the turn 10 hairpin. I just got distracted, but Dovi's crashed again. Will he even score any points this race? I just feel my rear tyre now starting to give way. It is pretty raw and it's now below halfway into the final third, so I've got to be careful and manage the tyres a little bit. Front tyre's still good, still working fine, but just the rear one I've got to be careful with when it comes to traction and power inputs. At the minute though, we're looking good. We've got Dovi, who is now P10, I believe. He's recovered a bit. Even if he'd scored a big fat 0, he would have still left Phillip Island as a championship leader, but we can cut down the gap so much now. 2 laps to go, let's bring this one home. Right then, here we go, through the final couple of corners. Just bringing this one home, taking it nice and easy. I think as far as I'm aware, I'm championshipless in this series so far. I didn't win Moto 2, and I didn't win Moto 3, and I obviously haven't won MotoGP yet. But we are going to take a massive step towards winning it after we pick up a big fat W here at Phillip Island, and Dovi and Marcus, but mainly Dovi, pick up a big fat L. But let's look at the final race results, and let's see exactly where these guys finish. I know Marcus, I think, got 4th in the end.
Soon, cameras will take us to the podium to see the award ceremony. But in the meantime, let's take a look at the final ranking of the MotoGP class.
And there we have it then. Our fastest lap of the race was a whole second faster than the next fastest lap, which was done in Valentino Rossi, and he got P2. Yamaha getting a very good 2-3 result there. Marquez in the end P4. Dovi with that crash P9. Massive for the championship. Let's have a look. And there you go. Wow, that has got very, very interesting now with 2 races to go. Dovi is 16 points clear of myself and 25 clear of Marquez. It's just got a hell of a lot more close in the championship, and it's now all to play for with 2 more races to go. I know I'm quick around Malaysia, I have been in the last 2 seasons. However, in Valencia, I am terribly slow. So, realistically, we need a big points overhaul in Malaysia again, because I feel like Valencia might be a struggle. But overall, there's your top 3. In terms of the constructors, though, we overtake Honda thanks to my big points haul here today, and that is absolutely phenomenal news for us. And finally, in the team championship, we do remain in P4. Mathematically now, we're not going to move anymore. That's where we're going to stay. However, Yamaha do overtake Repsol Honda, and they're just about breathing down Ducati's neck. Yamaha have really come on strong in the second half of the season, and they are there or thereabouts in the team championship. Overall, those are your standings, and we're now going to move into the upgrades. Right, then we have 25,000 points to spend, and we're going to go for an aerodynamics upgrade for penetration, and this is to increase top speed basically, and it's very cheap, so we're going to go for it, and we can still maybe just afford a second upgrade potentially on the brakes. No, not quite, so we're just shy. We're going to need a little bit more, so we're going to have 13,000 points cushion to spend starting already in the next episode, plus whatever we get in the next one at Malaysia. So that's going to give us a nice amount of points to spend going into the last race at Valencia. But if you guys have enjoyed this episode of the MotoGP Career Mode, then drop a like on the video. Also, do get subscribed for daily Formula 1 and MotoGP content. Turn on notifications to not miss a single upload from me. And finally, check out these 2 videos on screen if you have missed them. But other than that, guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next video very soon. Goodbye.